I do have you beaten him.
I will whoop your ass.
Bro, I'll pop that gap right back in that mouth. I'll have you looking like a saber gap tooth tiger. Oh my God, I'll do you dirty. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You suck.
Hey, if I have oh my, here we go. Hey, not the same fighter. Hey, not the same fighter. Not the same. Hey, when I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say? When I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say?
I was there.
Hey, no, when I put a beat on you. I'm talking about you. You got no power. You got no power.
And you lost. And you still scared them to this day.
No. Bro, I'm gonna knock that gap right back in your mouth. I'm gonna knock that gap into your mouth again. Hey, you fix the teeth. You fix the teeth. But I'm gonna knock that right back in. I'm gonna bam.
It's Shakur's time right now.
Whoa. Yeah, let's do it. Hey. This is like back in the day. It's
the biggest fight right here.
No, I thought you was bigger than this, bro.
You know I'm not big. Wait, why do you think I was big?
God, oh man.
Wait, good luck.
Shakur Stevenson wasted no time addressing the situation, stepping into a live interview almost immediately and delivering a direct, no-nonsense warning to Ryan Garcia. His confident message made it clear that he had no intention of backing down, instantly adding even more intensity to the growing rivalry.
He's right there, Shakur Stevenson. Let's go. Let's run that. Hey, I want to be a great champion, and I'm not scared of. I fought Devin Haney. I'll fight Shakur Stevenson. I'll fight anybody. Let's go.
You know, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan. Shakur Stevenson was on our DAZN broadcast earlier. Said he's levels above you right now. What do you think of that?
The thing is, like, you got to have some type of punching power to get me off you, because it'll be a different style, and I'm not gonna hit him light. Nah. Every time I put it on him, you know. I want that fight, Shakur. Let's get it. I see you. Hey, I like the hat. You look fly, but I want that work. Let's get it.
Speaking calmly but with complete confidence, Shakur Stevenson made his message unmistakably clear. He warned that if Ryan Garcia truly wants to face him next, he should be prepared for far more than simply losing on the scorecards. Stevenson suggested that the matchup would test every aspect of Garcia's game, making it clear he believes he has the skills to dominate the fight from start to finish.
Shakur versus Ryan. I think he wiped the floor with him. You know, I don't think Ryan gonna be able to hit Shakur like Barrios. Barrios was right there to be hit. Barrios was too slow. Barrios didn't have no game plan. He followed them the whole fight. And Shakur is not going to be that fighter to be hit on.
What made Stevenson's message even more striking was the confidence behind it. He spoke with the calm assurance of someone who already believed he knew how the fight would end. There were no dramatic outbursts or over-the-top trash talk, just a composed, focused demeanor that made his warning feel even more powerful. That quiet confidence sent a stronger message than any loud confrontation ever could.
What can we expect from a fight?
We're very fast. You're going to see people that are quick, back and forth. And Shakur knows that he can't get lazy with me at all. That's why, like, he was looking at me right now and goes, "Ooh, you're not even big." I'm like, bro, you were scared if I was big? That's crazy. Like, that's what you were scared of? All right. So I got a little glimpse on what he was kind of worried about. But size don't win fights at all. You seen that today. Mario was bigger than me. But I was...
Meanwhile, moments after his victory over Mario Barrios, Ryan Garcia wasted no time turning his attention to his next challenge. Still fueled by adrenaline, he grabbed the microphone and publicly called out Shakur Stevenson, declaring that he was ready for the showdown. Garcia confidently stated that he intended to break Stevenson's unbeaten run and prove that explosive speed and power can overcome slick defensive skills when the stakes are at their highest.
What happens in the Shakur fight? How does it end in your opinion? Decision, knockout?
We'll hit him with a body shot, he's done.
Why the body shot?
He can't take this body shot. We already know.
Really?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a better jab than my son. My son has an awesome jab. We beat him in the amateurs, okay, with the jabs. When Ryan was young, Ryan was only 16 years old, but he qualified 17, 18 with Shakur. Shakur was on that level. So if you're within 2 years, they're gonna put you in that category, okay? And I said, Ryan, we didn't know Shakur, they didn't know us, but I said, you know what, Ryan, let's work on that jab. And Ryan was throwing that beautiful jab, pop, pop, pop. I said, okay, that's what we're gonna work on. Let's start off there.
The contrast between the two fighters could not be more dramatic. Shakur Stevenson projects the calm precision of a master technician, speaking with quiet confidence and calculated intent, while Ryan Garcia brings relentless energy, openly demanding the biggest challenge available. Their completely different personalities and approaches only add to the excitement, making a potential showdown feel even more compelling.
I'm open to all those, whatever. Shakur, somebody that I fought in the amateurs, and we went at it, and I felt like I beat him. But, the politics in the USA boxing at the time were a little different, and I still got a chip on my shoulder. I've been wanting that rematch for a minute. Hopefully we get it. And, when my hand heals, I'll be looking for that opportunity.
One fighter promises calculated precision and technical dominance, while the other thrives on explosive offense and relentless aggression. If their rivalry ultimately leads to a showdown inside the ring, it will be far more than just another championship fight. It would become a fascinating clash of contrasting styles, fueled by elite skill, supreme confidence, fierce competitiveness, and the psychological battle that begins long before the opening bell.
Oscar, apologies if you've already been asked about these two opponents, but what do you think a fight with Shakur Stevenson looks like? They talked about fighting each other next. What do you think that fight would look like?
I love the fight. I mean, look, there's so many options there for Ryan now. Everybody wants to fight him. Everybody wants to dethrone the pretty boy, and now that he has a world title, everybody's after him. So yeah, I think it's a matter of just regrouping, let Ryan rest, and he'll make his decision.
Shakur Stevenson's warning quickly faded into the background as the spotlight shifted to Ryan Garcia's father and trainer, Henry Garcia, whose emotional reaction captured everyone's attention. This was far more than a routine post-fight celebration. It was the release of years of frustration, criticism, doubt, and determination. Speaking with conviction, Henry firmly dismissed the rumors surrounding his son, calling them completely false. His passionate response made it clear that he wasn't just defending Ryan's reputation as a fighter, but standing up for his son on a deeply personal level, showing the unwavering support and protection only a father can provide.
Ryan's been doing testing his entire career. He's fought for interim titles. When he fought Tank Davis, we were doing VADA testing, and it wasn't for a title. He's been testing his entire career. Every single time we set up a fight, we sign a contract, there's VADA testing. There's no such thing as dropping out of VADA testing. So all those stories are just fabricated, people trying to hate on Ryan, and they're just excuses for Haney to feel good about himself. Haney wants to have an excuse as to why he got beat up, and that's it. So it's all.
The intensity rises even further when Henry Garcia turns his attention to critics such as Chris Algieri and others who have questioned Ryan Garcia throughout his career. Every word is delivered with genuine emotion, reflecting not polished public relations messaging or carefully prepared media responses, but the heartfelt pride of a father determined to defend his son. His powerful statement, "They don't know my son, I know my son," carries far more weight than any technical analysis of the fight. At that moment, the conversation goes beyond boxing, becoming a deeply personal declaration of trust, loyalty, and unwavering belief in Ryan Garcia's character and abilities.
Just real quick, I want to go back to the haters because I gotta let this off my chest because I won't be able to sleep. But Chris Algieri, you're a piece of okay? I'm sorry. You and your corny ass partner, okay? Not believing in my son. Sergio Mora, I ran into him and he said, no, your son made me a believer, so I'm not gonna go too hard on him, okay? Robert Garcia, weird, man. Oh, my son can't go over 6 rounds? Sorry, dude. They don't know my son. I know my son, okay? And every father should know their son. Like I.
Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia's mindset comes across in a completely different way. Rather than feeding into the emotion of the moment, he takes a more thoughtful and reflective approach, expressing gratitude to his team while emphasizing the importance of discipline, nutrition, conditioning, and preparation. He even acknowledges that earlier in his career, he often relied too heavily on instinct instead of strategy, reinforcing the idea that he has matured as both a fighter and a person. That contrast makes the moment especially compelling. While Henry Garcia speaks with passionate emotion and fierce determination, Ryan remains composed, focused, and appreciative, highlighting two very different but equally powerful perspectives behind the same victory.
Well, let me say something real quick. I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions. I know people like to put us together as beef. I guess it sells, but you know, I don't hold grudges, and I always want to keep positivity, and I just want to say thank you for all that you've done in my career.
Ryan Garcia also made a subtle but meaningful gesture by acknowledging Golden Boy Promotions despite everything that had happened in the lead-up to the fight. It reflected a more mature and composed mindset, showing that his focus had shifted beyond simply winning. By emphasizing personal growth, preparation, and the work that went into the performance, Garcia changed the tone of the entire post-fight moment. While Henry Garcia was expressing years of built-up emotion and defending his son's reputation, Ryan remained centered on his evolution as a fighter, creating an atmosphere where the victory represented more than just the final result. It symbolized progress, discipline, and a new chapter in his career.
All right, let's go. Well, the answer to your question is, yeah, I know he did it for me, but I told him before we had dinner last night, and I said, you know what, Ryan? I said, I appreciate that. I said, but you know what? You've already won.
The emotional intensity created by Henry Garcia takes a different turn the moment trainer Joe Goosen steps up to the microphone. The atmosphere shifts from passionate defense to calm, measured honesty, creating a striking contrast. Goosen begins with a lighthearted remark that eases the tension, but quickly transitions into a straightforward assessment of Ryan Garcia's performance. Rather than expressing surprise or making excuses, he calmly explains that Ryan fought exactly the way he expected, reflecting the confidence and perspective that come from years of experience at the highest level of the sport.
What's your question?
What were your thoughts on Ryan's performance?
Look, that's exactly how Ryan fights. That's exactly how I knew he was going to fight. We tried to prepare for it as best we could. I think, you know, aside from that knockdown in the first round and a few other shots Ryan landed, we blocked a lot of his shots. Ryan obviously outscored us.
Joe Goosen openly acknowledged the stylistic challenge his team was preparing for, explaining that they expected Ryan Garcia's speed, footwork, and unpredictable movement throughout the fight. Even with a well-structured game plan, he admitted that Garcia ultimately performed better on the night and earned the advantage. Rather than relying on emotion or making excuses, Goosen offered a composed and honest assessment of what unfolded. He carefully analyzed the clinch work, inside exchanges, and foot positioning, breaking down the tactical details like a seasoned coach reviewing every move on a chessboard. His measured explanation reflected technical insight and professional respect, making his evaluation far more meaningful than any emotional post-fight reaction.
No, he's tricky. He's great on his feet. He'll tie you up on the inside because that's not his favorite place to be. And then he'll move around and walk you into some shots, and if you stall out on him, he'll come and get you. You know, he's smart. He's smart. And he's fast. And he's fleet of foot. So he's got a lot going for him.
Joe Goosen also pointed to the first-round knockdown and several key exchanges, suggesting that those pivotal moments carried more weight than the overall punch statistics. He then addressed the physical side of the contest, acknowledging the challenges Mario Barrios faced competing at 147 pounds without using them as excuses. Instead, he offered the perspective of an experienced trainer who understood the realities of elite-level boxing while maintaining respect for his fighter. Goosen explained that coaching Ryan Garcia is less about controlling every move and more about working alongside a naturally instinctive and unpredictable talent. He even admitted that during the fight, he deliberately challenged Ryan from the corner to keep him mentally engaged and motivated. Despite his honest tactical analysis, Goosen gave Garcia full credit for the victory, praising his speed, ring IQ, and championship mentality, while also recognizing Barrios for his toughness and determination. His calm, balanced assessment stood in sharp contrast to the emotional reactions surrounding the fight, proving that a thoughtful breakdown from a veteran trainer can often reveal more about a performance than any heated post-fight speech.
Ryan, I've known Ryan for many years, and I got to tell you, Mario Barrios is a fine young man. I love the kid. He's really a wonderful, classy human being, Mario Barrios, and so is Ryan. We're all friends. It's a small community, the boxing community. So I'm happy for Ryan, and I'm sad for Mario Barrios. You know, he put a lot of work. Jonathan and I trained Mario, and we put in close to 3 months of a training camp with him, and it was serious, hard work. We were doing round after round of training. Now, I will tell you, and I don't make excuses for anybody, Mario, you saw how much bigger he is than Ryan. He had to make 147 pounds. I think it's going to be the last time.
The calm, almost professor-like honesty from Joe Goosen, who remarked that Ryan Garcia ultimately fights on his own instincts, quickly gives way to a completely different perspective when Wade Plemons offers his analysis. While Goosen focuses on technical understanding, Plemons emphasizes Ryan's dominance from the opening bell. He argues that Garcia immediately took control of the center of the ring, projecting confidence and forcing the pace from the very beginning. According to Plemons, Ryan's success was built on more than aggression alone. He highlights the disciplined use of the jab followed by the right hand, showing a more complete and calculated version of Garcia rather than a fighter relying solely on his trademark left hook. Plemons identifies an early right hand that caught Mario Barrios as the moment the momentum decisively shifted, believing the fight changed instantly from that point forward. Even while describing Garcia's commanding performance, he still praises Barrios for his toughness and determination, creating a balanced assessment that mirrors Joe Goosen's earlier message: respect for the opponent without relying on excuses.
Turns out, Mario Barrios, one tough SOB. He was not going to get knocked out in the first round, and come to find out he wasn't going to get knocked out at all, but that was a tone setter for the fight. And it was like, from that moment on, Ryan had almost zero issue with Barrios, and Barrios had no answers for anything Ryan was doing. And again, I told you, go back and watch my video. Yes, the left hook was prevalent and it landed in this fight, and Ryan was devastating with it, but it would be the right hand. It would be the hand that everyone forgot that Ryan Garcia had, and one, to be fair, he hadn't shown had been as devastating as his lead hand for a very long time. That would be the difference maker.
According to Wade Plemons, Ryan Garcia's recent performance showcased the version of the star that boxing has been waiting for. He believes a disciplined, confident, and fully committed Garcia brings a level of excitement and unpredictability that instantly elevates the sport's biggest events. In his opinion, Ryan's blend of explosive power and improved composure makes him a far more complete fighter than before. Plemons then turns his attention to a possible clash with Shakur Stevenson, describing it as one of the most compelling matchups in boxing. He believes Garcia's sharper right hand, disciplined jab, and ability to maintain a high pace over 12 rounds could make the contest far more competitive than many expect. Still, he emphasizes that overcoming Mario Barrios and facing Stevenson are two entirely different challenges. While Barrios tested Garcia's physical abilities, Shakur would demand elite-level strategy, patience, and ring IQ. Plemons believes that if Garcia continues to fight with this level of discipline and confidence, he has the potential to give Stevenson one of the most difficult fights of his career.
Again, it was shocking to see Barrios dominated like that. Like, Barrios has been stopped, right? He's been beaten, but there was no pillar-to-post beating that I've ever seen anyone put on Mario Barrios like Ryan Garcia did tonight. And again, the variety in the shots, upstairs, downstairs, the lead hook, he would frame with the jab, which is something I love when fighters do. He would 1-2-1 and frame with that lead hand. And then when Barrios got past the lead hand, bang, left hook, pivot out, right hand. It was like he had an answer for everything.
At that point, a potential showdown between Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson no longer feels like wishful thinking. It begins to look like one of the most compelling stylistic matchups in boxing. Looking beyond the headlines, the warnings, the emotional speeches, the honest post-fight analysis, and the passionate reactions, the biggest story is not simply that Ryan won. It's that the narrative surrounding his career changed in a single night. While one side spoke confidently about skill levels and future knockouts, Ryan responded with discipline, composure, and a performance that showcased a sharper, more calculated, and far more dangerous version of himself than many critics expected. The night featured a father passionately defending his son's legacy, a veteran trainer offering a calm and honest assessment, analysts praising a dominant display, and a future rival undoubtedly paying close attention. This was more than a post-fight celebration. It marked the beginning of boxing's next major storyline. The discussion has shifted from questioning whether Ryan can stay focused to asking whether this improved, explosive, and disciplined version of Garcia has what it takes to solve one of the sport's greatest technical challenges. That is where the matchup becomes truly fascinating. Explosive power against elite precision, natural instincts against calculated control, aggression against defensive mastery. If Garcia continues on this path, his victory over Mario Barrios may ultimately be remembered not as the defining moment of his career, but as the performance that set the stage for an even bigger collision at the highest level. The only question that remains is whether Ryan Garcia's evolution will be enough to break through Shakur Stevenson's masterful defense, or whether Stevenson's elite technical skills will once again prove to be the ultimate difference maker.